Let's get scratching.
Warning, this video is a school project. I know you maters, you were really hoping for like a 10-hour video essay on like Puyo Puyo Tetris, but nah, that's in 2099. This won't be like my other videos, okay? Alright, I'm not gonna say any naughty words. Alright, this is gonna be some nice PG-13 content. Drake and Josh level. I can't go any further than Drake and Josh, or else you know, they're gonna Josh peck me. Okay, maybe a little less than Drake and Josh, but like, you get my point. Complexity in games is, well, going away. There's several reasons for this. Like, it's hard, it'd be too fun. They hate me personally, but the main one is that it's just a fact that new players are hurt by complexity. It makes games harder to get into and scares off new players, and really limits the audience. This way of thinking is completely preposterous. See, look, I dropped the big word. That means I'm right. You know what also means I'm right? See, I depicted their opinion as the source. Well, let's be objective about this, alright? I can't just say you're wrong and I'm right, even though I am right and they are wrong. Let's try and break it down and try to get my point of view and why I think this statement is wrong and bad and stupid. This mainly gets brought up with fighting games. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if they complain about complexity in Factorio, I mean, it's like complaining that there's bees in a beehive, bro. What do you expect? Fighting games mainly get this stigma because most of the time, any normal person, whenever they're gonna see a fighting game clip, it's never gonna be Joe Schmo playing on his day off. It's always gonna be some insane tournament clip, the most crazy comeback you've never seen, a child getting bullied online.
It's not the cheat mode.
Welcome to the real world! Time to learn! You gonna learn today!
Right there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a cheat mode.
And most people will see that and think, okay, alright, fighting games, way too complex, way too scary, you know, and when they boot up the game, play it for 1 second, try hitting a quarter circle and die, that idea is set in stone in their head. And why would they work towards complexity when it's not really that fun? Like, they like having fun immediately. They then proceed to go play Overwatch 2 for 1,000 hours.
How did you become so miserable?
What do you think? Overwatch.
And you know what? I'm going to give them the most insane home field advantage humanly possible. I'm going to go with a game everyone agrees is incredibly hard to input in. Alright? And this is objectively probably the hardest fighting game I know. The game was so hard, people debated that having a fight stick was kinda cheating.
Ultra Street Fighter 4!
Have you ever seen a grown man smile? Now you have.
Ultra Street Fighter 4 is a lot of things. You know, like the GOAT, the one, peak fiction, peak reality. But the thing is, this is about complexity, okay? This game, as you described, this doesn't seem like a complex game. This seems like a Saw torture trap. A game requiring such tight inputs and such rigorous training. I'm gonna need to quit my day job if I even want to have fun in this game. This character is supposed to be intentionally bad, and he isn't even the worst in the game. But this is at the very base skill floor, alright? I mean, this must be a pretty high skill floor. I'd say the skill floor of this game is like about here. And anything below it, that's like a toddler mashing every single button on the controller. Alright, yeah. Everyone gets skill floors and skill ceilings. But beyond that, now I gotta do all these one-frame links if I ever want to do anything cooler than this. And if you don't know what one-frame links are, well, congratulations for having a social life. Here's how they work. Basically, if you want to connect buttons to buttons, you're gonna have to time it perfectly. So, on the exact frame, if you do it too early, the move doesn't come out, but if you do it too late, well, then you don't get the combo. So, that's it. I'm gonna be stuck doing these stupid 3-piece combos till the day I die. Let's talk about focus attack. Focus attack is objectively the most Street Fighter thing Street Fighter has ever made, alright? It can work as a parry, combo extension, setup, pressure tool. can make unsafe options safe, and a tax write-off. Okay, it's a beautiful thing, allowing you to use your own options in cool and unique ways. And then you have its cooler cousin, Red Focus. It costs 3 bars a meter, goes out instantly, and causes your opponent to crumble to the floor. What does that mean? Being able to combo into any grab is so cool. It also gives you infinite armor, but like that's mostly to be toxic. But anyways, what am I even getting at this point? See, despite having all of this, new players aren't gonna use it. And by proxy, if they're not gonna use it, it doesn't affect them. See, if I steal those food stamps from that starving mother, she ain't gonna use them. It doesn't affect her.
Is he gone? Another free lunch for Stu.
That's a bad example, but you get the point. No matter how high the complexity gets, it really doesn't affect the new player. Alright, Joe Third Strike really doesn't care that there's one frame links, he's just here to hit his B&B. And it's not like you always have to do it the most hard way possible. There's stuff like macros, blinking, or I don't know, just play Yang. So now you get where I'm coming from, where I'm like, does complexity really affect the new player? No, not really. So if adding complexity doesn't affect the new player, what does removing complexity do with the new player? I feel there's no better example than a modern example. See, I could have gone with modern controls, but like, I'm actually really okay with modern controls. But I choose to talk about the Strive patch because I find this one to be a bit more egregious. So everyone, thoughts on the Strive patch? Wow, talk about a diverse community. Some changes in this patch were actually quite nice and I love them. Johnny got a good quality of life change, allowing him to actually deal with projectiles. Testament got some stain buffs. Icon, you know that one TN edit? It feels exactly like that. Okay, I love the Biking changes. She needed it. Chip got the coolest move in any fighting game ever. Like, oh my god, this thing is awesome. The bad. Everything else sucked. Characters that were already good just got way better for no reason. Ram wins when she's losing. What is this? Wings of Light? Give me your money. Alright, enough yapping. What does this even mean? Never been better to be me, baby. Alright, at the peak of Season 3, both my characters, complete garbage. Now everyone's gonna be complaining about them on Twitter. I win! But let's get back to being objective and educational now. Wanna see a man's heart rip in half?
Potemkin. Me! It's me! Look, it's me! Potemkin is a power character whose offense revolves around his powerful command grab, Potemkin Buster. However, in order to go for Potemkin Buster, he would need to use techniques to extend the movement range of special moves by canceling the startup of forward K, making it an ordeal to perform his most crucial move. That's true, it was kind of difficult sometimes, because I even messed up the input. These adjustments remove the special sliding input effect from forward K, instead extending the overall range of Potemkin Buster and adding armor while the grab is effective. No more Kara?
Oh wait, that's just like all Karas. Oh my god. This has got to be one of the most mind-boggling changes. Second to being changing the inputs of his moves, frying literally every single bit of muscle memory you had as Potemkin. It's just like, why? To explain what Karas are, basically he has this move 6K. Beforehand, for the past 3 seasons of the entire game's life, he could cancel the startup of it and take that little momentum he has and apply it to his special moves, allowing him to jolt forward with his special moves, allowing for advanced spacing, advanced combos, advanced everything. You may be thinking, okay, well, I mean, Potemkin's a grappler, he gets so much value from grabs. Like, obviously they couldn't enhance his grab too much. I mean, a character getting a lot of value out of a grab that goes a bit forward, I mean, that's preposterous. They gave Nago Karas in this update. I mean, reading this, it's like a hit piece against Potemkin. Like, this isn't even the same character anymore. It's probably the most mind-boggling change in the effort to reduce complexity. But did it even matter? Let's look back at the skill ceiling and skill floor. Okay, so skill floor didn't use Kara's and was completely fine. And the higher level players did use Kara's and were completely fine. With Kara's removed from this situation, guess who lost? Somehow, both of them! The new player lost because grapplers are the hardest characters to fight as a new player. With the loss of Kara's, they had to buff Potbuster's range to a comical amount. And the high level player lost abilities that would help him express himself. For nothing! For literally nothing, this change is only harmful. I'm not saying Pot is bad now, but he's a lot less cool. He's objectively a more sauceless, boring character. So, if we remove complexity, it mainly affects the high-level players. Unless your arc system works, who wields a double-edged sword like Vagabond, oh my god, I'm so mad. But how do we compel the people below to actually get better and interact with the complexity? Well, me personally, it's because I'm a S-tier hater, alright? I saw my friends were having fun and winning. Alright, see, I don't play fighting games to win. I play so they can lose. But what's the best way to get a player naturally into complex mechanics and cool ideas? Whis, we have guests over. Put on that Hikita fellow. For legal reasons, this is Check's quest logic. Every time you see, like, they turn red, they're going back to their planet, okay? And even if you do see violence, it must have been the wind. It's actually for artistic purposes, so this is purely educational. Okay? See, the reason I chose Ultrakill for this example is because I really wanted to talk about Ultrakill again, man. I can't make another video on it until the entire game comes out, which, yeah, the game's still in early access, and I've probably gotten like 70 games worth out of it. But whatever, time to get back to the point. How does Ultrakill push the player to interact with its complexity? The style system. Also, like a few things about game feel, but style is more noticeable. See, if I start off by using a weapon, it starts with the fresh rating, giving me a 0.5 bonus to my style. The more I shoot the gun, the lower my style gets, decreasing the bonus until I literally gain no style for using it. But if you switch to other weapons, they have the fresh rating. So the game's pushing you to instantly switch from weapon to weapon. And by pushing you to do this, you're having more fun because, well, I mean, it feels awesome. There's practically zero delay between weapon swaps, so just go nuts, man. And from all this weapon swapping, you're gonna learn some synergies too, like mixing the nail gun and the rail cannon, because for some reason, if there's nails inside of them and they get electrocuted, they explode, which connect to enemies that are also connected with nails, which also explode. You got the coin, which is like an entire video essay's worth of a mechanic. Short and simple is that if you shoot the coin, it ricochets to the nearest enemy. Notice how I said just shoot the coin. I didn't say it'd have to be with the pistol. And if you position the coin correctly, you can get multiple bounces. It's amazing. And there's a secondary style multiplier connected to the movement of the game. So if you're sliding in the air, or basically just that, you'll get a 3 times bonus. And the movement in this game is so peak, man. Oh my god. There's a reason there's a weapon tied to your momentum, bro. It is so interesting and so fun to control. And the final aspect, aside from the style, is that all the things just feel cool to do. They give even the simplest things an insane amount of impact. I've never been so happy to see lag in my life, okay? And this lag is completely intentional. I swear I'm not broke. Look, it says 3060. Look, there it is. There it is. And man, just that white flash that happens, bro, 3 AM, I hate it. Any other time of the day, oh my god, it's the best. It rewards you for doing complex, cool stuff by just making it feel cool, alright? and it's incredibly easy to understand what's happening, and even when it's not, it doesn't matter. There's so many flashing colors, I'm having a blast. This game is a solid 9 out of 10. Actually, modern day classic, 11 out of 10. Actually, screw the scales. It's just the greatest game of all time. This is like a revolutionary type game, alright? And I am barely scratching the surface of all the cool things you can do, alright? The most complex way to play the game is the most fun way and the most rewarding way and looks the coolest. Yes, you can technically beat the entire game with a pistol. But the thing is, the game's going to be a lot less fun, harder, and you know, you paid 25 bucks. I mean, alright, you can get an entire thing of coleslaw at Cane's. That's your complete right to do. It's horrible. I don't know why you would do that to yourself, but sure, man, pop off. The player is actively guided to do cool things and have fun. The game guides you into complexity organically and perfectly. Honestly, I could talk about this game for maybe, I don't know, exactly 22 minutes and 15 seconds, but like, you know, that's just me. That's just me. But I feel like there's one last thing I gotta mention before I stop talking about complexity. Just kidding, this is the conclusion. I got you. I got you. Game's pretty good though. Now that I've replayed it after I put it down, I was like, yeah, this is stupid. Hey, it's actually pretty good, honestly. So, what does this all really mean? I'm right, you're wrong, haha, you suck. But to be objective, having complexity in a game doesn't affect the new player, and reducing complexity does nothing for the new player. Your main goal should be to guide the player to complexity in a natural, fun way. And I mean, if you're gonna intentionally remove complexity, how about you intentionally remove like 30-40 gigabytes from the game's file size? Alright, Elden Ring, humongous game. A bunch of different weapons you can use. A bunch of different boss fights you can have. Humongous map. Alright, 50 gigabytes. Zenless Zone Zero, a mobile gacha game. On PC, 100 gigabytes. There is no good reason this thing should be 2 Elden Rings big. Alright, if you're gonna leave this video with anything, compress your gosh darn video games. I'd use different words, but you know, by binding vow, I can't curse. Anyways, to finally conclude all this, I'm gonna go play KOF 2002. Why is the video not over? Oh yeah, propaganda. I'd like to thank you for watching. I know this is by force, but you know, I had fun. I was the target audience at the end of the day. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. You know, I hope you thought it was funny. If you do, you should probably watch my other content because, you know, I'm a lot more creative and funny in those videos. You know, how funny you think I am, how funny I actually am. I'm like a modern day Aristotle. I'm a philosopher on the beat, alright? Especially this one, oh my god, this is probably the greatest video I've ever made. I really like it. I mostly talk about good games because my rent's not due and I actually like playing video games. Well, anyway, subscribe to Metal 8 for nothing but S-tier Supremo Cinema content. Anyways, to you already subscribed Metal 8 viewers, I hate you! I hate you! New high quality content is coming eventually. The Metal Awards this year is going to be really fun, probably. Got a handful of video essays I'm tinkering with. I might make a sequel to the Johnny video. I don't know. I feel like I could have gone deeper in some aspects, but honestly it's pretty much peak. And there's also a couple new things about Johnny. I think it's probably either going to be like 20 minutes or like 5. But I got a lot of video essays I kind of want to do. I got my joy back, Lamau. Anyways, I'm going to go play Raw Metal. I haven't played it yet. Is it good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Thank you. This video was supposed to be short, by the way. I am horrible at making YouTube videos, man.